So can you see my screen there?
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, so to be able to read a text file or content of a text file, we have to use some of the file objects. We didn't learn about objects yet, but objects is similar here. So file is responsible for reading file objects, and scanner is the one that you used before to be able to read input from a keyboard. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
So you define here a variable name the same way that you define a variable for the scanner. Here, the thing here is different. So you define here, or you mention here, the name of the text file that you want to read. And if you remember previously, you use here system.in, right?
Yeah.
But here, since we are going to use a scanner with an input file, so we use the file name, that variable that we define here, we put it inside here. Okay. And then we use this variable in file to start to read from the text file. We read the text file line by line. Here, we are here using this kind of methods. Here, we are only going to read double from inside the text file. So we say while in file has a next double. So if the next line that you see, that the code C inside the text file contain a double, then continue reading or continue looping. If not, then stop. So if he sees that there is a double on the next line, then he will read it. So how to read the line that contains a double? We say in file next double. So here we check has next. Has next returns true or false. The next double method actually get this kind of double that we've managed to find, and we store it in a variable. And then we print it here. And in this line, we are adding the doubles that we are reading from the text files. Here we print the sum of all the doubles that we managed to find in the text file. And here we have to close. We open a file in this way. After we open, we must close. If we keep opening files without closing them, that will consume the operating system resources, and the operating system will hang after a while. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to run that code on your computer? And I will pass you a file, a text file, which is data5 text file. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you write this code. I will pass you the file that you're going to read from.
Okay.
Okay, good. Here, I pass you the file. Just just this small information or notice here. Can you remember that you use that line import java.util.scanner to be able to use a scanner? So to be able to use file, which is for reading text file, you have to import that library. So this is a library, okay? And you use the method from that library. If you don't use that library, it will take you so long time and a lot of number of lines of coding lines to be able to read the text file. So they make it easy for you. You just import that library and they use the command that I shared with you. So, and there is something else, which is IO exception. Reading from text file is actually an operation that is born to a lot of errors. Sometimes you try to read a file that is not a text file. So this will return to you an error. Sometimes also you cannot find the file. You try to write to read from a file, but actually it's not there. So we need to use this kind of exception that will raise an error to us and will show us what is the error. If the file is not found, if the file is not a text file, then we will know. So you see this void main that we always put, we have to put that line beside it. When we put it this way, if any error happened, he will tell us what is the error that occurred. Okay? Does this make sense to you?
Okay. Okay, yeah.
So I will copy that part so that you are able to deal with it here. And then I will go back to the same code about reading a double. Did you start to write?
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, let me write this. Okay.
I think it's proper also to share your code because I have to also guide you how you can put the text file inside your code.
Okay. But then you have to send the.
Yes, I will do it.
Okay. I finished that. Cannot put.
You didn't put equal, you put
I put minus equal. Okay. Okay. That should work. No.
no. So now you need to actually use the import. So you need to go
Yeah,
on top
right.
of the file and import java.io.file.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, wait. Let me go. Okay. So now I need to put here, right?
Yes,
And I need to import java.io.file.
yes,
Do I need to import the IOE exception also?
yes, yes.
Okay. That's all, right?
Yes, that's all. Can you try
Okay.
to run?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, can you read that?
Yeah.
Unreported exception file not found exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. So actually he discovered that he cannot find the file, but because we forgot to put the line which is called throw IO exception, where we should put it beside the void main, the method that we have on top. Can you go on top under the import? Okay, beside the void main here in this specific space, we say throw IO exception. You will find the exact copy from that in the image that I passed you.
Yeah.
Throws
Yeah, I see.
IO exception.
Yeah.
Okay, now run. So now the error is different. Now he
Yeah.
managed to catch the error, and he's telling you what is the error now? File not found exception. No such file or directory. Why he is giving this error? Because actually you didn't put the text file inside your code. So you're supposed to put it. I already passed you a text file data 5. So
Yeah, I have the text file.
you have to grab it and try to put it here. You have to grab it by your hand
Put it in
and
here.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. Try to run again. We still
No.
find an error. Am I right? So
Yeah.
but the file contains some content. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, now come here. Come on the file. Yes. And say copy file path.
Okay.
Now go down. Okay. And this is the file name. So we need to paste what we copied here.
Yeah. We just replace this.
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
by replacing this is you are telling where exactly the file is found, in which path. Okay, now run.
Right.
So this is the output. It means that we managed to find something. Okay, but how many lines here?
Yeah. A lot.
How many lines? 5 or 6 lines?
In this code?
No, in the data file.
Oh, in the data file, there's 5 lines.
5 lines. Okay, and how many double?
4.
3?
3.
3
So
only,
this
right?
is not. Yeah.
Okay. Now go to your code, and I want you to see what is the last thing that was printed out before he print the sum. He print out this number and this
Yeah.
negative number, and then he start to
Yeah.
write the sum. So
Yeah.
this is produced by what? This line. But my question to you now, why he doesn't print 3 doubles here? We have 3 double lines.
Yeah.
This one,
Yeah.
this one, this one. Can you notice here? This is here.
Yeah.
And this minus is here.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one is not. Why?
I don't know.
Okay. There is one condition in the while loop. This condition say, so when we come here, we find it's double.
Yeah,
And then so we execute the code inside the while loop. And then when we come here, there is a condition say in file has next double. This is not double. This is a string. So automatically the while loop, the checking condition in the while loop does not accept or actually evaluate to false, because this line is a string. He will not jump from this line to the next. Once he see that he face a line that is not a double, he will immediately exit the while loop. So that's why he always only printed these two lines. Okay, does this make sense to you? Not really.
so
Confusing.
anything after the string, you don't count. is it?
Yes, will be ignored.
Okay.
So okay, now how we can overcome this? Take this line, which is number 4, put it before the string.
Yeah.
Now run and see.
Yeah.
Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. So actually, this code is only able to read doubles, or is specifically designed to read double numbers. But other than that, it will not read. So it's not designed to read a text from a file. So we will learn now how to read the text. So you off the sharing and let me share from my side.
Okay.
So to read the text, the thing is not much different, except that we use here a different file because it should contain different text, different amount of text, and we should use different methods. Previously, we said has next double. Am I right?
Yeah.
To read the text, we say only has next. And to be able to get actually that text and store it, we use next, not next double. And then we just print, and then we close. That's it. So the only changes is here, 1, 2. So are you able to run that code or modify the previous code with these changes? And then I will pass you the new file. Okay? Is it difficult or easy?
A bit difficult because it's new. It's a bit confusing to me.
Okay.
Okay. So basically,
I already shared with you, and you can please start sharing so that I also can send you the file here, the data file. So what is stopping you?
Reading this thing, I don't know what, like,
Okay.
this,
So you only need to change in two places, this line and this method and this method.
okay,
But before you do anything, my recommendation, go to the text file, copy it here first, because that is a different text file. Not this, not I already put a new file. It's called data1.
oh, okay, got it. So delete data5
No
and then
need,
add
no need,
data.
no,
Oh,
don't delete, don't delete. Just keep it.
okay, okay,
Put a new one.
okay.
Be aware that you need to put it. Yes, perfect. Now open it and check what is inside. So this is only a
Yeah.
text file, right? Okay.
Yeah. So now I just need to change this
Has next.
to has next.
My recommendation is you copy the code again.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so has next only.
And
Okay, so here also, right?
yes, and only yes, next, not double. Yes.
Okay.
And then here we change from data5 to data1.
Data1. Okay. That should be everything. Yeah.
I believe yes.
Okay. This also I don't need, right?
Which one? Yes.
The sum.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay. This should be in fact closed.
No, 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 no,
No.
no, no.
Oh,
It
no,
must
no.
be
This
next
is
to be
the
able
end.
to.
But okay, but it says it's wrong.
Why? Why do you, can you read the error, please?
The incompatible, like the string cannot be converted into double, but
What?
this should be
Okay,
okay.
my question to you now is that
Yeah.
previous example, token was double because we was reading double here. So the variable
Oh,
type was double, but now it's not.
so I need to
Yes.
yeah, and this item. Okay, I see. Ah,
We cannot put 0 inside a string. Am I right?
yeah. I have to put this.
Okay, good.
Okay. Okay.
So, but why he divided to you like this?
Because I use I use print line earlier.
No, but again, the point here that he read to you every piece of string or text in the file. He take it in a separate while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. If this is clear to you, then this is excellent. So you can close.
Okay.
And let me share that to you. So do you feel now that you're able to read text files? Any problem with that so far?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Let me see. I should take you to this. Okay. I think here that you should be able to do actually this exercise as a homework. I will not emphasize that you do it here, but I want you to be able to actually write it. So I will try to explain what you need to do here. We have a few text files, and we would like to calculate the probability that a family with 2 children will consist of 2 boys, a boy and a girl, or 2 girls. So you will actually read a text file, and this text file have
Okay.
this kind of possible choices. So BB means 2 boys.
2 boys. Yeah.
Girl and boy, girl and boy, or boy and girl,
Yeah.
or girl, girl. So which is these 2 girls. So do you notice here you have this possibility, this one, and this one. So you have 2 possible choices. This one and this one is the same. So BG
Yeah.
and GB is actually the same. I mean, it doesn't matter if the girl comes first or the boy comes first, as long as the family have a girl and boy. Am I
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you will read the text file, and then you will count how many lines you managed to read.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you also will count every time you find a boy and a boy, then you will have to use similar counters. I think you have used that already in the previous exercise, summing 2 with a dice. You remember?
Yeah.
So I think the probability is not so difficult. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I will pass you. The problem now is that I will have to pass you only. I will pass you 3 files. This one and this one. This contain a little amount of data from this. Okay. This
Yeah.
will contain a large amount of data. I would like you to test first using the test 1 and test 2, because when you calculate the probability for that test 1 and you only have 5 or 6 possible choices like that, then you will be able to actually confirm that you are calculating the probability in a correct way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So other than that, as I said, this is an exercise. I will pass it to you after the class. What we said, let me try to explain something, start in explaining something here. This topic, actually, we cannot explain it in the remaining time only, but I will just start a little bit. So we will start writing something, a new type of variables that we can actually design our own. Previously, you use integer, string, double, and Boolean, and all this is enforced to you by the Java developers themselves, or the Java creators. But now we will learn how to write classes. What is classes? Classes, it is something, a tool that they give it to you to simulate the real world. Do you have a variable that can represent an aeroplane or even a car inside Java? Actually, no. All our variables is simple. It's either integer, Boolean, or string. So we cannot represent real world objects inside our code. But when the people actually design a software like the Booking.com, so they need an advanced tool or advanced way to represent a hotel inside the software. How they do that? The hotel is complex. They have millions of hotels around the world. And every hotel have a specification. A hotel will have rooms. He will have staff. He will have rating. And this means that a lot of variables here. How we can represent that? That will be tedious if we only left with the integer and strings that is given to us. So that's why they come up with classes. The classes can represent real world objects. So how we can use a class? How can we recognize that this is this kind of variable that is being created is actually of the we are using the class tool here. So this is the variable name. This is a class that is called Sprit. And when we use new, so you can easily recognize that this is a variable that we designed our own. This is not given to us. This Sprit class is not given to us by Java. This is something that we write, we developed, okay? Or other developer develop for us to help us, okay? So sometimes when we write a code, we don't need to write code from scratch. We sometimes refer to other developer code and we use it. So to write a class, to define a variable of our own, this is the method of doing that. We say public class, this is fixed by Java. Class name, it is a variable that we can change. We can write any name. We can write a hotel here if we would like to represent a hotel in our code. So if we defined, this is the definition, how we define a class. How we use a class as a variable and create variables out of it. We say the class name, which is hotel in this case, we put it here. And we create a variable name. And we say new class name. Class name and class name is here is the same. And we bring this class name from here. So let us see. Okay. Every class have two things to represent its actions. So we have something called variables. We don't call it variables. We call it sometimes data variables. Sometimes we call it instance variable. So instance variable is, okay, like for the hotel, it's a room, number of rooms, number of staff, ranking, how many people actually write a review for this hotel. Okay, the address. So the address is a string. So all this is instant variables. So, and we have also something else that we can put inside the class. We have something called methods, which is the actions that we can do in the hotel. In the hotel, we are able to book a room. We are able to extend our stay. This is the kind of things that we can do with the hotel. We can review a hotel. So look at here. Of course, he doesn't start with a complex class here. He starts with something simple. He creates a class for a point. Okay, so this is the class name, point. And then he defined two instant variables. One called X, one called Y. And then he create a method. We call that method constructor. Okay. And this constructor is just a method that take two inputs, new X, new Y. And I would say, so this is instant variable, this is an instant variable. We would like to give values to that instant variables using that method. So this input, we use it to store a value inside our variables, inside the class. So we do it this way. I know that is confusing, Do you understand
Yeah.
at least 50% of what I said? 50% at least.
Yeah.
Okay, can you write that class, please, inside your
Okay.
code? But just be aware, this have to be outside the main. It's the exact way that you're writing a method. Do you know where you write a method inside your code?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to write the class as simple
After.
as it, yes, after
Okay.
the bracket.
Okay. That.
Don't worry. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you write that?
Yeah. Now I'm running it. Oh, well, I run it, but of course there's nothing printed.
Nothing.
But
Yes,
yeah.
yes, of course, because there is no printing.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing is, I would like you to go inside the place you call the methods and write something like that. Just be aware the class name in your case is called point. And the class name here should be point. And choose anything for this. You can write P1, for example. And open a bracket. This is an empty bracket because at that time this class does not take anything, but in our case it takes two variables, so you pass it 10 and 2.
This is when I'm calling it, right?
Yes, so you call it exactly like you call the method. Where do you call the methods? You define the method outside the void main, but inside the void main you call the method. So this is exactly the same way. You are creating just a variable.
Right. The object name I put as P1 equals new.
And I think it's better to share.
Okay, 10 and 2, right? Okay.
Yes. Okay. But don't write class point, just write point only. Okay.
Okay, then of course, yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Also, nothing will happen because, okay, now we have a problem. Okay. I tell you, you go back to the main and go down to the definition of the class. Okay. You say public class static point. Now try to run. Okay, he ran with more errors. I think we are running out of time. So let us troubleshoot that errors on the next class, okay?
Okay.
Okay, then see you next class.
Okay, see you.
Take care, bye-bye.
You too, bye-bye.